Hello, my awesome students! Guess what time it is? It's map testing time. We're going to share some tips on how to have a great testing experience. Tip number 1, go to bed on time and get a good night's rest. Tip 2, arrive rested and on time. If you are late, you will not be able to test with the rest of your class.
Hello? Hello? Can you let me in?
You're late.
Let me in. I'm supposed to be here for my test.
You're late.
I'm late for my test. Let me in. Let me in. Let me in.
You're late.
And the deep highway bridge was out and I just need to get in. I've got to start my test. And if I don't get my test in, I'm going to be in trouble. Please let me in. Please let me in.
You just get here? I need an admin slip.
Oh my gosh, you're late.
So don't be late for map testing.
Tip number 3, remember, always eat a healthy breakfast. Try cereal, yogurt, or fruit instead of donuts and sugary sodas.
Alright, we're going to show you guys what to do and what not to do for your breakfast.
You were a clock that was ticking in my heart. Changed my state of mind. Love so hard to find. Your feelings changed like the weather. Went from pretty rain all that time of day. How can I go on with the cup falling apart? Love so hard to find when someone's on your mind. Listen, baby, your wish is my command. Baby, won't you understand that your wish is my command?
Make the right choice and eat a healthy breakfast.
Tip number 4, follow these test-taking strategies.
Use as much scratch paper as you need. Scratch it all up, kids.
Flag any questions you're not sure of.
Remember, it's not a race. You have plenty of time.
Tip 5, listen to your teacher when reviewing before the test. Meet Jane. Like you, she's a student. And like you, Jane may struggle listening to her teachers. And it frustrates her during testing because she didn't listen, she didn't read carefully, and she didn't follow directions. That's Jane before Mrs. Smart says, always listen to your teacher when reviewing. It creates a better test-taking environment, it doesn't distract others, and it helps you do great. So Jane gets started on her map testing. Look how happy Jane is. Be like Jane. Always listen to your teacher when she is reviewing before the test. Tip number 6, start your test with a nice clean desk.
Start your test with a nice clean desk.
No. Tip number 7, always read the entire question before choosing an answer.
In the story, The Case of the Missing Pocketbook, a few different things go missing. Write about something that went missing.
Miss Abby stole my paintbrushes.
Ian stole my cleaning card.
Miss Bear stole my Disney World tickets.
Mr. Manus stole my candy jar!
Mrs. Cat stole my Cardinals ticket.
Mavis stole my Sonic drink.
Oh, in the story, The Case of the Missing Pocketbook, a few different things go missing. Write about something that went missing in the story and 3 steps that were taken to get it back. Whew. Good thing I read the question all the way through before answering.
Here's tip number 8. Make sure to take your time and you will do well. Tip number 9. Listen carefully to audio prompted questions. Tip number 10. Put your best foot forward and give your best effort when taking the map test. Tip number 11. Check your answers when you are finished with the test.
Question 2, C. Question 3, B. Question 4, A. Now let's just do this. D, C, B, A. A, B, C, D. You want me to take my time and double check my answers? Okay. Question 1. I chose A. I meant to choose B. I'm glad I went back and looked at that.
Tip number 12 is to always use proper spelling, capitalization, and punctuation.
Hey, Officer Wolverton, I dare you to give the kids a map testing tip.
Remember on your map testing to use proper punctuation, capitalization, and spelling. And when in doubt, add M to everything.
Coach Risa, never dare Officer Wolverton to do anything. We want these kids to do great. There is no reason to add an M to anything.
Tip number 13 is to go back to the text to find the answer to the question.
Sarah, what do you think you're doing? Put your phone away. You're in the middle of your map test.
I'm checking the text for the answer.
What do you mean you're checking the text?
The teacher said during map review, go back to the text to find the answer, so I'm checking my text to find the answer.
The text in the question, not the text on your phone.
Our last tip for you today is do not stress about the test. You can't study for it, but your teachers have been preparing you all year long. You're going to do great. Happy testing!